Hello everyone, and I'm Autobot Sonic the Telltale Gamer, bringing lasers and Transformers, Telltale games, and more. As of making this video, we are exactly 2 weeks away from the release of Transformers EarthSpark Season 3, aka Season 2B of EarthSpark technically, and there has been a huge announcement. So, earlier this week, Rotten Tomatoes went ahead and actually released the names and episode summaries for every single episode in Season 3. I am not joking, this is literally what happened earlier this summer with Season 2, and oh boy, some of these episode titles and descriptions are insane, and stuff that I've been hoping would have happened for a while now in this show, but we're going to go ahead and go over these one by one. Be warned, this will contain spoilers for Season 3 of Transformers EarthSpark, especially towards the end of this batch. So be sure just to keep in mind that I'll give another spoiler warning before we go with anything really spoiler heavy. But before we also go further into this video, I want to just thank you guys so much for helping me get to 5,000 subscribers earlier this week. It has been a joy to do EarthSpark and other Transformers content for you over these past 2 years, and to see the growth my channel has gotten as a result of this content is fantastic. You guys are the absolute best, and I couldn't ask for a better fan base. So without further ado, let's go ahead and actually jump into what exactly we can expect for the 8 episodes we are getting in Transformers EarthSpark Season 3 in 2 weeks. We're going to start off this video with a very big bang, and one that is arguably, I'm probably the most excited for out of all 8 of these episodes in Season 3, except for the finale. Now, currently, Episode 1 of Season 3 does not actually have a proper title yet, but we do know what is going to happen at an episode according to the summary, and guys, I don't want you to freak out, because I'm kind of freaking out over this, but here, for Episode 1 of Season 3, apparently, it will focus on Bumblebee wanting to save Breakdown from the dome Robbie and Mo created at the end of Season 2. Meanwhile, at the same time, Mo and Thrash want to sneak inside the dome and get Robbie a gift after he's apparently very depressed for some reason. Then, when Bee gets invited to go along and help Mo and Thrash pick out a gift and avoid getting caught by Decepticons inside the dome, though, his ulterior motive to save Breakdown will cause trouble. So this is like the closest thing to more BreakBee content we've gotten in Transformers EarthSpark in a while. Of course, you know me, I am a huge BreakBee fan, and to see that literally the first episode of Season 3 is going to be Bumblebee going into the dome to try and save Breakdown. Oh my god, please Paramount, if you're listening, just confirm BreakBee in this episode. Make BreakBee canon, and this will be the best. This will get a million out of 10. This will be the best episode of EarthSpark. Please, Nickelodeon, I beg you. This would be so good, and it's arguably the episode I'm looking forward to the most this season, aside from the finale. Episode 1 is kind of the outlier in terms of stuff we don't know about Transformers EarthSpark Season 3, as it's the only episode we don't have a title for yet. Though we do have titles for episodes 2 through 8, which I'll be going over now. So starting with episode 2 now, our next episode after, I'm just going to call it the BreakBee episode since we don't know what episode 1's name is episode 2, Attack of the Drive-In Movie. The description of this one reads, Robbie and Izzy plan to have a date. When the Maltos hear of Robbie's plan, they can't help but get involved, setting up a DIY drive-in movie theater. But Nightshade's new projector makes the night a little more alive than planned. So this is actually really cool. We're actually getting more of Izzy. Now, in case you don't remember who Izzy was Robbie's little girlfriend that he met back in episode 4 of Season 2, The Butterfly Effect, when they went to the fair, and Robbie had started crushing on her, and Mo, Twitch, and Thrash started to, have all the symptoms of him having a crush, getting really stressed out and all that. And I was hoping, I don't think Izzy's going to be a main character, but I would like to see her at least show up a few more times. So it's cool to see that Izzy is going to be a part of this episode, and that she wasn't just a one-time throwaway character for Robbie to crush on. And so I'm honestly excited for that. It's going to be probably a harmless filler episode, just with Robbie and Izzy trying to survive this killer movie, essentially, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. The next episode we have here is another, what some would call a filler episode, but one I think I'll be very excited to watch. This is called Episode 3, The Great Escape, and this will revolve around the Maltos apparently going to do, an escape room together as a family, but it turns out the escape room is run by none other than Fairmaestro, who, if you don't remember him, he was the ringmaster of the little, carnival at Witwicky that we saw back in episode 4 of season 2 once again, the butterfly effect. So we're seeing a lot of returning stuff from episode 4. We're going to be seeing Izzy in episode 2, and now we're going to be seeing Maestro again in episode 3. Now, Maestro is a very divisive character, to say the least. A lot of people are saying that he's a very annoying, really horrible side villain. Others think he's funny, fitting right in with the super villains from Transformers Animated. Me, personally, I don't see Maestro as really, like, the new main human bad guy. I don't see him as, like, the next Agent Croft or Mandroid. To me, I just see him as sort of, like, a minor antagonist for the Maltos to go against every now and then. And considering this is, like, really the only true filler episode we have in this batch of episodes, I am interested in seeing, though, like, what's gonna happen with Maestro, like, how, like, what's gonna be his end goal now, because he was trying to use the Emberstone Shard at first to create, like, an army of Transformers to use for entertainment, but now that, the Emberstone was destroyed at the end of Season 2, what's gonna happen with Maestro now? What's his new plan? Is he just gonna try to just make life horrible for the Maltos? Is he trying to do something else? It'll be cool to see what Maestro's plan is in this episode. Going on to episode 4, we have the title No Soldier Left Behind, and now this is an episode that I'm actually really excited for as well. This one summary will apparently states that episode 4 will involve an Autobot starship crashing in Witwicky, specifically in the Decepticons' dome. So that leads Optimus to lead a team composed of various Maltos and Autobots to go and try and save this stranded Autobot. However, it states that long-standing friendships will be put to the test in this mission. So, according to a few things that happen later on in the season from episode summaries, as well as from stuff we learned from various people who worked on EarthSpark over the past few years, we know for a fact that Prow is going to show up at some point in Season 3 of EarthSpark. So is this what's going to be Prow's introductory episode? Are we going to see Prow come in finally? We're going to see who voices him, what his personality is, if he's like IDW Prow, Cyberverse Prow, IDW 2 Prow. I don't know who's going to voice him either, but hopefully I think this is the episode that Prow is going to be introduced in, but I'm interested in seeing why there's going to be long-standing friendships put to the test. Like, maybe there's some bad blood between Optimus and Prow, kind of like how there was between them in the IW1 comics. If that's the case, I'm very excited to see, like, what sort of bad blood Prowl has with the other EarthSpark Autobots. That would be really cool to see. Now, here I'm actually going to talk about the next 2 episodes instead of just the next episode, which would be episode 5. Because I feel like episodes 5 and 6 actually kind of go very well together. We have episode 5 of season 3 called Fire and Ice, and then episode 6 called The Truth Is Out There. For Fire and Ice's buyout, it will apparently revolve around the Maltos just having fun around the house during a snow day. However, during this snow day, Bumblebee apparently starts becoming really aggressive for some reason, and soon other Autobots do as well, and then it's up to Twitch to figure out why this is happening. Though, apparently, in episode 6's summary, we learn the reason for this is because of something called the Hate Plague. Now, in case those don't remember, the Hate Plague is actually a concept from the G1 cartoon, which was an episode that involved around various Autobots not being afflicted with some sort of virus called the Hate Plague that made them go into a very angry, rage-filled, like, status until they were cured of it. A similar thing happened in Cyberverse too, I think during Season 2 when the Autobots are leaving Earth to go back to Cybertron and Starscream hacks into those like little celebratory medals Teletran X has given everyone so that anyone who wears the medals becomes really aggressive for some reason. That's what I think is going to happen in this episode, but it's interesting for what the summary of episode 6 is. So for episode 6, The Truth Is Out There, it says that it will involve Prowl having Thrash and Robbie trying to figure out where the Hate Plague came from. Afterwards, it will lead them to finding out that the plague was caused by a shape-shifting creature that leads to a shocking revelation. So not only does this confirm that yes, Prowl is going to appear finally in Season 3, we've been waiting pretty much a year now for Prowl to show up in EarthSpark. I'm super excited to see how he interacts with Thrash and Robbie here, and also, Thrash is getting more stuff to do, thank God. Thank God, EarthSpark listened to me and is gonna make Thrash more important. But the last bit there about the cause of the Hate Plague being caused by a shape-shifting creature, it's something I did not expect. So, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that now in the next thing with the Season 3 finale, but this is your last warning, because this is major spoilers for the Season 3 finale. If you do not want to know the big twist that's going to be in EarthSpark Season 3, click off this video right now. But anyway, it's a big one. Let's go ahead and talk about the Season 3 finale now. So if you're still here, I'm going to assume that you're cool with spoilers because, oh my god, I did not expect this at all. So, in case you haven't seen already, the Season 3 finale is going to be a 2-parter, just like pretty much every other big, like, mid-season / season finale has been for EarthSpark, and that is episode 7 and 8 of season 3 called Judgment Day. And oh boy, this is a really, really big one. So the summary of this will actually reveals that out of all things, Izzy is a Quintesson spy. Like, what? Who would have guessed that? That Izzy, the one character that appeared for a single episode in season 2 just to be like, oh, Robbie's date, is actually a Quintesson spy, that she's some sort of shapeshifter. This is the last thing I expected at all to be an EarthSpark, and wow, I genuinely can't believe EarthSpark is going this route. But anyway, yeah, the summary reveals that Izzy is a Quintesson spy, staging a full-on Quintesson invasion of Earth, stating that the Quintessons come to Earth to try and steal prime power from Robbie and Mo's cyber sleeves. And yeah, that's it. I called this towards the end of season 2, where I said, oh, hopefully maybe by the end of, like, the true end of season 2, which we now know is probably going to be like season 4, I thought the Quintessons were going to be the true big bads of season 2, but apparently not. They're going to be the big bads of season 2B, aka the season 3 finale. So that makes me wonder what's going to happen in season 4 then, or season 2C. Is Shockwave going to be the big bad? Are we going to get someone even more dangerous than the Quintessons coming over? But I'm so happy we're actually getting a proper Quintesson invasion for the season 3 finale of EarthSpark. And the fact that Izzy is a Quintesson spy too is crazy to see. I can't wait to see how EarthSpark tackles this in just a few weeks. And so that is pretty much everything we know from these leaked episode descriptions and titles for Transformers EarthSpark Season 3. We've got a lot of stuff happening this season that I'm super excited about, from a Quintesson invasion to potentially BreakBee finally being canon. I am so excited for it, and we won't wait too long to see if my predictions are right, because we are only 2 weeks away from EarthSpark Season 3 premiering on Paramount+. So are you guys excited for finally getting the 3rd season of EarthSpark? If you are, please like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys later.